Okay, guys, I want to talk about Gove Inc. as this one has ceased operations and they're filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection. So I'm going to show you guys how to avoid these. Obviously, these can come, at a blink of an eye. A lot of people probably didn't see this coming. So I'm going to show you guys how I played this in the past and how we made massive money in the Discord and how not to play these when it looks really dangerous according to my chart. So if you look at the chart here on the daily chart, we can also see it's a downtrend. We do not want to hold this long. We don't want to overstay our welcome. I tell everyone sell the rips on everything with a downtrend chart. If you see the EMA 50 at the very top, that means this is a big downtrend. And then you see the EMA 20 is a very big notification that every time it touches this 20, this dark blue band, it's going to get sold off. This is the first time, we try to start to make an uptrend, but if you don't see this EMA 50 at the bottom, then it's a fake breakout. I see this a lot of the times. We try to get up, fake breakout, and then you see this monster down move. And it's not a bad idea to short these kind of stocks that are at this EMA 20 because they don't tend to hold these areas. And all throughout this. So what I look to do is I look to tell my people, hey, if we're playing a downtrend stock, you got to understand you're playing a very risky thing. But there is massive gains you can make on a downtrend stock. For example, look back way back in November of 2024, not too long ago. But as you can see, we were talking about this in the Discord. When you have a stock that has it has time distance, and it has price that is touching my lower band, this lower Keltner channel, that's when you're going to get the biggest moves up, okay? That's the only time I really play. I tell a lot of people do not play these things unless there is massive time distance and you're touching this lower Keltner channel, okay? And a lot of the times you're not going to get like tremendously bad news when you're at this lower Keltner channel, which is at an ATR4, which means average true range, and it's extremely oversold. That's how I look for oversold. I don't look at RSI and all those other things. I look at the lower Keltner channel, I look at KDJ, and then I look at my EMAs. Those three things tell me the story of how to get a really good dead cat bounce. From this area here, you can look at your data and price range. We went from 74 cents all the way up to um, right here is 15 bucks. That is 105% gain. That's massive, okay? So that is literally a dead cat bounce. Where do we get shorted is the CMA 20. We should not be surprised why we get shorted here. Heck, we could have got shorted here on the 5 and the 10. We don't know which level is going to be that big short, but we do know if it hits 20, get the heck out, okay? But as you can see right here, we had EMA 5 was touching here. Once we have some candles away from the EMA 5, we get that very secure thing. Like right in this area, I would be looking to buy. I wouldn't buy it on this big candle here. Yes, we get this massive, 10% bounce. I would have taken that. And then you get back in and play it again, and then you can sell it on the EMA 5. Who would have thought that would have went to the EMA 20? I would not have think it would have did that kind of movement, but it did. But as you can see, why is this a big buy signal compared to where we're at right now? There's nothing is showing anything right here. And a lot of people kept saying, hey, I think it wants to touch the EMA 20. And my solution is like, there's just not even much room to risk on this stock on that. There's bigger stocks or better stocks that I see with more EMA 20 time distance. Yes, we haven't touched it since 11/13. It is getting close to that 2-month mark, but I've been telling people, like, hey, if you're on this EMA 10 and 5, this is not an area to buy it. I would say, like, you have to wait till you're under the 5 and then multiple candles not touching the 5. For example, use this scenario here. You're under this 5, you have multiple candles under it, and then you get this quick bounce right up of 43% gain. And then you touch the 5, and then you reset the time distance. You need about, at least a couple candles away from it. So right here, you have one candle, back to touching. So you have to reset it. One candle for touch. We touch it. One candle, two candle, three candle, back to touching it. So you want to look for massive room to that EMA 5. If there is not at least, in my opinion, 15 to 20%, like if I go to this 20 EMA 5, then I don't want to take it, okay? Like I said, these are very dangerous plays. I know they're going to go down in time. I know they're going to do reverse split. And yeah, they could go out of business and bankrupt at any moment of time. And where do they look for those big moves of bankrupts is usually on this EMA 10 and 5 like this. Not when it's away from it, not when it's at this lower counter channel. A lot of times I say just wait for this green band to hit. You're going to get plays like that. For example, what happened here? Gove went down. We got away from the EMA 5 a couple days here. On this third day here, we're away from it. What happened is we pumped massive. Where are you getting your biggest pumps? Is on the lower Keltner channel at an ATR 4 with time distance away from the 5 and with a low KDJ. Okay, this low KDJ down here. This was a getting under 10 there. If you look at this, what was this under? This was in under the 10 region too. This was 6, 7, under that region. If you look at the current KDJ, we're at 50. You see the difference? We're not under 10 anymore. We're at 50 on the KDJ. The stochastic dollars. Look how far we pumped up on this thing. We had our move already here. A lot of people, smart traders, got out. They know there's not enough wiggle room to this EMA 20. We know that 5 and the 10 we could easily reject. We don't have to look for a home run hit. If you try to look for that EMA 20, you miss out. If you don't, I'd say, heck, take the 10% gainers. Yeah, it went up 100%. But this EMA 5 gave you a 70% margin. That's massive, okay? So I say you take the 10%, hold some at break even, and scale out as you go up. And that's just how these penny stocks are going to work. This is not a good company because they did all RS. They've done it probably many, many, many times. They did another one way back here. They're going to keep doing it. And so what happens is the chart looks like this. It's a ski slope, right? And it's just going to keep going down, 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 reverse split, little pump, down, 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 down. And that's literally the nature of the game for a lot of these penny stocks that are bad. But yeah, if you're patient though, you'll see these plays that will hit this. You could put an alert. You can right click a chart and create an alert, and say if price goes below this certain area, like you put alert right here on this counter channel, so you'll get notified if it goes in here, and you can start looking for a buy signal there, right? And that's really the nature of this. I've seen a lot of people. Yes, you can look at SEC filings. Every play that I've seen did not get caught in a bankruptcy filing, did not get caught in really bad news at this bottom green band. And that is a fact. I've been in a lot. A lot of those plays, are basically on this EMA 10 and 5, and you're trying to make just a little wiggle room to the 20. It's just not worth it. 49% to the 20, sure, it could go there, but the safest way is to play the lower band, away from the EMA 5 time distance, candle's not touching it for a couple days, have a retest back to the 5, take the profit. If it goes to the 10, good. That's a cherry on top of the ice cream. All right, guys, so I hope this video helps. I love playing against the trend, but you got to understand there's a method to the madness. The way I do it is very conservative. I play it very patient. I know I will miss out on a lot of plays, but I also don't get caught into something like this where they chapter 7 bankruptcy, they cease operations, and it's just a nightmare. So this thing is going to drop drastically coming on Tuesday. I don't trade OTC. It's not my cup of tea. I don't like it. The volume is just not there for me. I like companies that are on the NASDAQ. So this is probably going to be a play for a lot of people that play OTC, but it's just not for me. For me, in my style, if I'm only trying to make 10% gains, I don't need to play something extremely risky. Yeah, as you can see, every example that I showed you has made over 100% from my areas. It doesn't have to be like that all the time, but I'm just looking for 10% margin, okay? But if you guys want to join the premium Discord, click the link down below in the YouTube comments below, and in the description it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page, okay? If you guys want to become a member, please hit how to subscribe. Read through this. Basically, if you have an Android, you will have to use your computer, and I actually recommend it because you'll avoid the iOS fee, and all you do is click day trade alerts right in here, or just click it up above here, and basically you have access to my swing trades and day trades alerted straight to your phone on the setups that only I recommend to what the system does. Like, I will not alert Gove in the Discord. It's not alerted in my Discord because it's not an A+ setup. I want to give you guys the best setups, okay? If it's not the best setup, I'm not going to lure you guys into the wolves and have this nightmare of a stock on you, okay? But yeah, that's in the day trade alerts. Day trade alerts will give you access to everything, and it's only $12 a month. You don't like it, cancel it. But I promise you're going to learn a lot. You're going to be a part of a community that's family, and it's not going to cost you a lot to experiment. It's not going to cost you a lot for a strategy that can make you a full-time trader. And that is all in there. You can read the testimonies, read all the testimonies right in here. I do one-on-one coaching whenever you need it. I have live streams that go over, and I also do group coaching on the weekends here and there. I'll go over and try to help you guys out on this long weekend. That's what I'm thinking about doing. But yeah, that's just the whole nature of it. Do subscribe on your computer. Avoid the iOS fee. If you have an Android, you will have to do that, or just use your phone's browser. And this is a lot of this stuff is just really nice. It took me a long time to figure out a strategy that works for my personality. If you're watching this, you're like, man, I got freaking roasted on Gove. I made lots of money on Gove based on this system here that is very unique. I haven't seen this out here in the YouTube world or any other strategies, because it's kind of a bunch of stuff that is compiled that I've learned over the years, and with time distance, Keltner channels, KDJ, and then the EMAs, it all kind of works out in how to find a high probability trade of trading against the trend. I love trading against the trend. It gives me massive gains in a short amount of time, but I do understand they are risky, and I don't hold these long, okay? So anybody that says I'm going to invest in Gove, and I said way back, I was like, the chart tells you the story about Gove. Nothing it tells me about holding this long term. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give this video a like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out.